Joy. So I wanted to read out of the book of Ezekiel. That's where I left off reading in the Bible. I read everything else basically except for the part of the New Testament after Ezekiel and Ezekiel. So I'm going to start there and try to read it. Psalms, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. Lamentations, Ezekiel. There we go. I forgot about Lamentations. Okay. So, starting in chapter 1, Ezekiel's vision of God. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, on the 5th day of the month, that I was among the captives by the river Chebar, or Chebar, that the heavens were opened and I saw visions of God. On the 5th day of the month, which was in the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly to Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans, or Chaldeans, by the river Chebar, and the hand of the Lord was upon him there. Then I looked, and behold, a whirlwind was coming out of the north. A great cloud with raging fire engulfed itself. The brightness was all around it, and radiating out of its midst, like the color of amber, and out of the midst of the fire. Also from within it came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. And they had the likeness of a man. Each one had 4 faces, and each one had 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and the soles of their feet were like the soles of calves' feet. They sparkled like the color of burnished bronze. That word is burnished. Burnished. Bronze. The hands of a man were under their wings on their 4 sides, and each of the 4 had faces and wings. Their wings touched one another. The creatures did not turn when they went, but each one went straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, each one had a face of a man. Each of the 4 had the face of a lion on the right side. Each of the 4 had the face of an ox on the left side, and each of the 4 had the face of an eagle. Thus were their faces. Okay, so we got 4 faces: a man, a lion. So a man, a lion on the right side, an ox on the left side, and then either the front or the back would have the eagle. Thus were their faces. Their wings stretched upward like 2 wings. Each one touched one another, and 2 covered their bodies, and each one went straight forward. They went wherever the Spirit wanted to go, and they did not turn when they went. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, like the appearance of torches going back and forth among the living creatures. The fire was bright, and out of the fire went lightning, and the living creatures ran back and forth, in appearance like a flash of lightning. Now as I looked at the living creatures, behold, a wheel was on the earth beside each living creature, with its 4 faces. The appearance of the wheels and their workings was like the color of beryl, and all four had the same likeness. The appearance of their workings was, as it were, a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they moved, they went toward any one of four directions. They did not turn aside when they went. As for their rims, they were so high, they were awesome. And their rims were full of eyes, all around the four of them. When the living creatures went, the wheels went beside them, and when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whenever the Spirit wanted to go, they went, because the Spirit went. And the wheels were lifted together with them, and the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. When those went, these went. When those stood, these stood. And those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up together with them. For the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. The likeness of the firmament above the heads of the living creatures was like the color of an awesome crystal, stretched out over their heads, and under the firmament their wings spread out straight, one toward another. Each one had two which covered one side, and each one had two which covered the other side of the body. When they went, I heard the noise of their wings, like the noise of many waters, like the voice of the Almighty, a tumult, like the noise of an army. And when they stood still, they let down their wings. A voice came from above the firmament that was over their heads. Whenever they stood, they let down their wings. And above the firmament over their heads was the likeness of a throne. Sorry, just comprehending it. Okay. So, the likeness of a throne in appearance like a sapphire stone. On the likeness of the throne was a likeness with the appearance of a man high above it. Also, from the appearance of his waist and upward I saw, as it were, the color of amber, with the appearance of fire all around within it. And from the appearance of his waist and downward I saw, as it were, the appearance of fire with brightness all around, like the appearance of a rainbow in a cloud on a rainy day. And so was the appearance of the brightness all around it. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. Wow, I got really close to the camera. Anyway, that is Ezekiel chapter 1. I hope you got something from that. So maybe I should talk about it. I think that, like, the eagle could be America, or what our forefathers were thinking when they established that this state considered its national bird as a eagle. So yeah, anyway, take care. Bye. Hello, it's Laura Joy. I read Ezekiel chapter 1, and this is the second video talking about a little bit about what I just read, because it's very odd, seemingly. So, one thing to notice is that it came to pass in the 13th year, or not 13th, 30th, why did I say 13th? 30th, and the 4th month, and the 5th day of the month. So, I wonder if that's the year 3000, you know? I wonder, I'm not sure what that means, But 4, so that candlestick holder in Jewish culture, it's 4 to the middle on each side, but it's like 7s across. But if you do 4 plus 4, it's 8, but it's not 8, it's 7. So I thought that was interesting. Then the rings that go to the middle, there's 4 there. So there's like, what are some things that have the number 4 in it? There's 4 fingers that don't have a thumb. 4 fingers without a thumb and stuff like that. But like the 4th year, 30th year, 4th month. So what is the 4th month of our calendar? That would be January, February, March, April. It would be April. Right when spring occurs. On the 5th day, there is a passage in the Bible that always rings in my mind. It says that it's talking about the Israelites going into the promised land, and God tells them that they can eat of the fruit of the land after 5 years, but not before that. And I think that's interesting because he said don't eat of it until 5 years. And like, it's like in the garden, the fall, he told Eve and Adam not to eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And I just think some things are funny, you know? So it's talking about being in captivity by the Chaldeans, in the land of the Chaldeans. It was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity. So whenever there's a CH in like Hebrew, it's pronounced like at the back of their throat. They like say to say something, to say it, the CH sound. That's why I've been like pronouncing it like that, but I'm not sure how they say it. Okay, I do this thing with words, and people think I have schizophrenia because of it. That's something about me, is that people think I have that. But what I do is I associate one word with another word. I associate, like when someone tells me a word, I think of all the possibilities of what it could be related to. So I don't exactly just take it at face value. So my pile size limit is reached. Anyway,